What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Viva La Vinyl Classic album review. And guys, it does not get much more classic than this. From 1963, it is Meet the Beatles. And as you know, the Beatles are my favorite band of all time. If you've watched my channel long enough, you've seen me talk about almost every Beatles album known to man. I can't believe I haven't discussed this one yet, but I guess it's partly because this is technically not an official, discography released by the Beatles. This is an American version of the album with the Beatles that came out just a month or so before in 1963. The Beatles had already released Please Please Me and With the Beatles, and then they of course released the iconic single I Want to Hold Your Hand, which was the very first American #1 single for the Beatles. So, all these record companies were clamoring to release something in America, and they gave in and released Meet the Beatles with I Want to Hold Your Hand as the lead-off track on there. So that actually makes it an album that you kind of have to have I Want to Hold Your Hand, because it wasn't released prior on any other Beatles albums. Also, the B-side, This Boy, is not on any other release. They did put I Saw Her Standing There, which of course is the lead-off track from Please Please Me. And then the rest of these tracks are all Beatles Originals from With the Beatles. And I understand why they did that, because, they did have several cover songs on With the Beatles, like Money and Roll Over Beethoven, which are fantastic, but they really wanted to showcase the fact that Lennon and McCartney were blossoming into these amazing songwriters already. And also, Harrison has a song on here, Don't Bother Me. Of course, Ringo has I Want to Be Your Man, that was written by Lennon and McCartney. They actually even gave that to the Rolling Stones, but I prefer the Beatles version. And it's actually one of my favorite Ringo songs, performance-wise. I love his singing on it, and the rest of the Beatles just kind of like manically singing, I want to be your man, I want to be your man. It's so fun, man. But just to go back to I Want to Hold Your Hand, you can't understate how powerful that song was at the time. I can only imagine growing up in 1963 and all of a sudden Beatlemania just coming out of nowhere, seemingly, especially in America. And what a song, man. I mean, aside from it being so catchy and such a great pop song, it is actually just chord-wise, it's very complex, more than you would think. And it really shows that Lennon and McCartney were already at this point, even 1 year, not even a year into their career, as far as recording artists, making some of the greatest songs of all time. And it really stands the test of time. Even those hand claps are just so fun. I tell you something, I think you'll understand. I mean, there's nothing like it. And the Beatles, they just kept getting better and better throughout the years. But man, what a start to a career that was honestly way too short-lived. I mean, from 63 to 70, 13 albums, this not even included in that stretch. Just incredible. And if you haven't seen, by the way, the Get Back documentary that just came out on Disney Plus, directed by Peter Jackson, do yourself a favor and see that, because it just it shows you the Beatles like a fly on the wall. I already did a review of it. You can check it out later on my channel, especially if you haven't seen it yet. Wait to see that, because there's some spoilers, but man, oh man, you've got to see it. But back to Meet the Beatles. All the other songs from With the Beatles are incredible. Like It Won't Be Long, man, it won't be long, yeah. It's just so fun, man. I wish that I was alive in this time to live it in real time. I can only imagine just how insane it was for this kind of band to just seemingly come out of like totally nowhere and take the world by storm. All My Loving, such a great Paul song. All my loving I will give to you. And the great strumming by John on the guitar. So great, man. Also, Till There Was You, the Paul ballad that was reworked. That is kind of a cover song that's on here. But, you know, great opening act for the Beatles. If I had to give this a grade, you know, being that it's not my favorite Beatles album, and you know, I think they went out with a bang. Obviously, Abbey Road being a 10 out of 10. I would give this a very strong 7 out of 10, but really still a must-own for Beatles fanatics and people that are new to the band. You know, not every song is a winner on here, but, you know, it's really just a great opening for one of the greatest bands of all time that man, what else can you say about the Beatles, man? Just the greatest. And obviously, I just wanted to talk more about the Beatles. I'm not sure why I kind of forgot that I had this album, but I've had this the whole time. And I hope to do some more Viva La Vinyl Classic album reviews in the near future, because Christmas is right around the corner and Johnny's going to get some records, I think. So be on the lookout for that. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, top 100s. We're in the middle of doing the top 100 Beatles songs countdown right now that you guys have voted for. So be sure to check that out. And let me know on here, what are your favorite tracks on this album? If I had to pick 2, I would go with I Want to Hold Your Hand, obviously. And I Saw Her Standing There, even though that is a Please Please Me track. Yeah, those opening 2 tracks, man, absolute classics, and gotta love it. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.